Pour yourself a cold one and join us for an hour filled to the brim with fun.
It hurts in my ears right now.
Entertainment.
Cheeky, bang, bang.
Information.
I need some water and a washcloth.
And a little weirdness.
Can I be a duck? Yeah, I don't think they want me to be a duck.
It's Happy Hour with DJ Kyle.
Hello and welcome to Happy Hour, the happiest hour on TV. We thank you so much for joining us today. I'll tell you what, we have a great lineup of the show, but we couldn't do this show without our sponsors. So we do want to say thank you to our amazing sponsors that make Happy Hour possible. Our veterinary, thank you so much for sponsoring our furry friends, which we have a great furry friends and a dog named Skippy on the show today. Also, thanks to Surdike Yamaha, year-round fun, always great toys out there at Surdike Yamaha. Ozarks Amphitheater, the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, and our good friends at American Elm Company. Thank you so much for the decor that you have here on the set. Like I said, a packed show today. Not only do we have our furry friends with our dog named Skippy, but also we're going to do our Talk of the Town all about pets. Always a great time with our good friend Kevin. We sit down and talk with Bill Mulder today. We have Jenny Wall on the show. And not sure if you know, but in Osage Beach, the Main Street Music Hall that's been around for years has a brand new cast. And so we sit down today on the show and talk to the cast from Main Street Music Hall. We have a great show lined up, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. And welcome to Happy Hour.
The wait is officially over. Introducing the Beneteau Cruiser line at Surdike Yamaha, just in time for the summer. The Beneteau Cruiser, where luxury meets innovation at the Lake of the Ozarks. The nicest boat on the lake this summer is the Beneteau Cruiser, only at Surdike Yamaha.
Howdy ho, along with the newly married Wild William Holtz. I'm Uncle Chris. Man, we got a lot for you on Cup of Coffee this week. The latest on the Oasis at Lakeport.
And some local opposition. You won't believe it. You got to see it. Plus, the Idiots Club going to hit $1 million in a very special local donation.
Wow, and a very special hometown hero, too. A guy that helps a lot of nonprofits in the community.
That and more on this week's Cup of Coffee.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. I'm super excited because it's been a little while since we've got to talk with you. It's Bill Mulder, On the Trail with Bill Mulder. You've recognized him. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. Bill, what have you been up to?
Well, traveled a little bit.
Just a little
Just
bit,
a
right?
little bit, yeah. We made some really interesting trips, and that, I guess the last time we filmed was back in March, and shortly after that we were out west off and on for almost 2 months,
Yeah.
and had a heck of a good time. Got to see stuff. Previewed something with you a while ago, and I think you give me the look like you're nuts.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's fun. You got to get out and do this. It's one of the things we like to do is travel, and we bought, horrible mistake, folks. Don't ever buy the National Parks Passport book,
Oh yeah.
because it's got all the parks in it, and
And you want to just visit them all.
that's how we plan our trips anymore.
Hop in and
Yeah.
start driving.
It's because it's only that far on the map.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
You can be there in 6 or 8 days. It's all good. We went to Arizona, spent 2.5 weeks out in Arizona in the desert having a good time. And this was kind of a culminating trip for us because we had not yet been to the Sonoran Desert. We've been to the Chihuahuan, we've been to the Mojave and the Great Basin. This was our last desert here in the United States, and it was an exciting time.
Oh, I bet.
We hit it so lucky. We'd been watching things and watching especially the weather, and they had a lot of rain. It was very wet, still very wet for the desert, and they had what they call a super bloom, which means the desert floor was absolutely nothing but a carpet of
Oh,
flowers.
because they had all the extra
All the
rain,
extra
so
rain, right.
huh.
And it messed with us a little bit because we get out there and the campground's not very crowded and it's a very popular park. We were at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, Southern Arizona. Literally I could step out of my camper, look to the south and see the border wall.
Oh wow.
So we were way down in the Sonoran Desert and just had such a good time talking with people and seeing things, but the campground was practically empty. We're going, this is a popular place. Why are you guys so empty? And they said, well, it's the end of our season, 1st of April. Like,
You just hit it perfect.
the end of your season? Yeah, our season runs from November through March, actually. So they're kind of opposite. He said,
Wow.
you can stay here at 115 degrees in the summer. Like, no, there's other places I can be. at
Yeah,
time."
that might be one of those like, yeah, 115, you can
Yeah.
keep that. I'll take
You-
some air conditioning in a
You
hotel.
absolutely keep that. But we had such a good time. Jody, my wife, she is a botanist, and she drives me nuts because she can be driving down the road and go, look, that's a blah, blah, blah flower. And I'll go, what? No. I saw a yellow flower. That was it. She knows her stuff, so she was absolutely in heaven. One of my many hobbies is herpetology, the study of reptiles. And I got to reading, and there is 2 rattlesnakes down there. In particular, I wanted to see the Mojave and the tiger rattlesnakes. Now, why? They're the 2 most venomous rattlesnakes in the entire world. There is nothing.
Wow.
They have the highest.
And you want to seek them out.
I did try to seek them out.
I've just never met anyone like you. And that's what I love about your stories is you just go, hey, you can go and look at flowers. I'm going to go and try to track down the most
Yep.
venomous snakes that I could find here.
Well, and Jody come in handy. I said, if you happen while you're looking and you see a snake, you'll jump and scream, and I'll know there's a snake there. So, yeah, we tried that. The campground we were in, we're having a horrible infestation of pack rats. And I talked to the ranger. If you've been seeing these 2 particular snakes, yes, they have been in the campground area. Awesome. I'm going to save myself some really nasty backcountry hikes. So I'm out in the evenings and in the mornings when these things prefer to be out, looking to see, like, I'm going to find me one of these 2 rattlers that's out here seeking out a pack rat. And nothing.
Oh,
I never saw a track in the sand, a scale, or nothing. Saw the pack rats, but they also, I forgot to tell you this, they teased me and said, in this one area, we have seen 2 Gila monsters. Now, seeing Gila monsters that time of year is kind of rare, and to see them out in the daytime is even rarer. They're our only venomous lizard in the United States. And I'll give you my only encounter with them here in a minute. But walked up in the washes where they allegedly had been seen, and it was a verified sighting with pictures, nothing.
huh.
So I think that somehow the Karma heard me and said, watch this. We will take care of you. You've lived wrong.
We know Bill is heading this way, and he wants to just look at us.
Yes.
Let's all hide.
Yeah. And, Jody kept saying, well, what are you going to do if you see one? Like, take a picture. And folks, I have a 600-millimeter lens. Don't think I'm going to go run out there and grab up one of those. No, it's not going to happen.
You're not that close, right?
Not that crazy.
Okay.
What I did get to see him in the Sonoran Desert Museum, and the tiger is the most venomous, and he's a cranky little guy. He's not very long. They call him greenies, but they'll stand their ground. They get a little tense around people, but they had one of the coolest displays that. And I'm not afraid of snakes, but this actually made my blood run cold. In the enclosure, they had a hiking boot. The diorama behind it was a tent and a sleeping bag, but they had this hiking boot facing the window, laying on its side, and there lay the greenie inside there, curled up and looking out.
Yep. That's always a fear of mine.
Yeah.
Always a fear of mine. We have shoes out on the front porch, and I always have to grab them just in case there's a scorpion or a tarantula. You never know. You never know.
No, you don't. That area down there is fascinating. The Sonoran Desert is one of the lushest deserts that there is. It has much more vegetation in it, and it's just a different feel. The Chihuahuan Desert's pretty hot. It's a little warm there, and the Mojave, of course, that takes in Death Valley and Southern Cal, so that's a little hot. But that chunk of the Sonoran was really, really nice. And then the Great Basin Desert is up further, like in Nevada and on up into Oregon.
And you said you've already been to that one?
Yeah.
Now, what made you? Did you have this trip planned, or do you guys just hop in the vehicle and go, all right, where are we going now?
We do kind of plan. We try to. Like I was telling you a while ago, we bought that National Parks Passport book. I don't know if that's the greatest thing ever or the biggest mistake ever, because we plan every one of our trips around that.
Yeah, you look at the passport and see where you don't have stamped. Well, let's get that stamped. And while we're in this area.
Right. Right now, we have done everything from the Canadian border along the rock spine of the Rockies down to the Mexican border, all of those states, all the parks in that region, and have got everything from Minnesota south to Louisiana. We're going to take care of that this fall.
Yeah.
And then we have some stuff in Texas. Texas is going to be the problematic trip for us because Big Bend National Park. There ain't nothing near there, and it takes 14 weeks to get there, I think.
Wow.
I think it's, I looked at it, it was almost 3 days to arrive in Big Bend.
Wow, I cannot wait to follow your trip and your travels. But let's talk about, before we have to end here, let's talk about what's going to be coming up on the trail here with you. I think we're going to be visiting some museums coming up soon.
We're going to visit 2 real gems. In the Lake of the Ozarks here, we have 3 good museums, Camden County, Morgan, and Miller. We've already clicked Camden County off. We're going to be going up and visiting Morgan and Miller and bring folks those 2 from really interesting stuff.
Now, I didn't realize, but their season is just pretty much in the summer season. Is that right?
They have a very short season, so we want to get in there and get that film for the folks so they can see this.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to get to see some video from me in Tombstone, where I geek out at the OK Corral once again, filmed that. Had to be told to leave by my wife. Come on.
She's like, come on, let's go. And
We've
you're just
seen
like,
this
no
before.
more.
And then I think we should, sometime a little bit later this summer, do some stuff on camping.
Oh, I'm down. I'm down for that.
I would like to get folks to think more about the fall camping. Summer's great, fall's phenomenal. If you live in the Lake of the Ozarks region, you have some awesome camping opportunities around here.
Oh, yeah.
Not just the state parks, the conservation areas. Fiery Forks is one of our hidden gems. Saline Valley, Toronto Springs. And you know what? You know how much that costs? Not one thin dime.
Yeah.
You go camp and have a good time. So I kind of want to get that highlighted. I'll bring my camping gear. We'll talk about different things you can do and things to think about when you are thinking about buying camping gear. In the winter and the early spring is a time to buy camping gear.
Oh, very
So
interesting.
It's time to get out there and do it then, and we'll give you some tips.
Absolutely. Boy, I cannot wait to find out all the great stuff we have coming up. It's On the Trail with Bill Mulder, and we have a whole lot more with Happy Hour right here on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
The Ozarks Amphitheater, the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, has some fantastic shows lined up. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook for all their great giveaways. They have so much stuff going on there. Friday, July 21st, mark your calendars, Dierks Bentley, the Gravel and Gold Tour with Tracy Lawrence and Caitlin Smith. Also coming up Saturday, August 5th, awesome rock show, lots of artists in this moment, Motionless in White, Fit for a King, and From Ashes to New. You can get your tickets online now, ozarksamp.com.
The wait is officially over. Introducing the Beneteau Cruiser line at Surdike Yamaha, just in time for the summer. The Beneteau Cruiser, where luxury meets innovation at the Lake of the Ozarks. The nicest boat on the lake this summer is the Beneteau Cruiser, only at Surdike Yamaha.
Hi, it's Kevin Hilly. You know, we all love our furry friends. Well, today's Kevin Hilly's Talk of the Town is all about pets. I'm positive you're gonna love this. Sorry. Now, do you call him Marley or do you have a nickname for him?
Dillweed.
What? Dillweed? Lavender, what's your dog's name?
Mocha.
Boca?
Mocha.
Mocha. Is it for the color? Is that why?
I don't know.
You don't know how Mocha got his name. Where do these animals sleep?
Oh, well, God, in
Do
our
any of them
bed.
sleep with you? Let me put it this-
Absolutely, all of them. Not the horse.
Not the horse.
The horse lives at Camelot Estates. Yeah.
Let the
in barn.
record show the horse does not sleep
No,
with her, okay?
No. But we've had a horse in the house, but yeah, not that
Really?
one. A mini. Yeah. We've had kangaroos,
I have an obvious
everything.
question in my mind that
What's that?
people have probably asked you. How, but a horse in the house.
A mini horse.
How do you handle when it's time to...
Oh, no, you get it out before it. Yeah. When a kid lets it in the house and it's running around, you get it out really quick.
She knew what I was talking about.
Yep.
Where does Winston sleep?
Well, he starts out outside because he has a doggy door and a nice night. Then he goes to his bed, and then eventually he ends up in my bed.
He ends up in yours.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the way it ends up? You
Yeah.
know, it doesn't matter. You wake up in the morning, there he is, right?
And he snores.
Oh, you got a snorer there.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
he wake you up snoring?
Yeah, yeah.
If your dog could talk, what do you think he would say?
He'd complain. He'd think he really has it rough. The way he huffs and puffs around the house, you'd think my little unemployed dependent had a really rough life.
If Mocha could talk, what do you think your dog would say?
I want more scratches.
See, I told you today's edition was perfect. Again, sorry. Hey, thanks for watching this edition of Kevin Hilly's Talk of the Town. I'll talk to you on the radio Monday through Friday on 94.3 Cat Country from 5:30 until 10, and then Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 101.9 The Wave. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Kevin Hilly's Talk of the Town on Lake TV.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals, parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. I'm your host, DJ Kyle, and we are sitting here with Jenny Wall. Jenny, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good, good. Good to have you on here today.
Thank you. It's always fun.
Jenny is sitting here to talk to us about the Watchdog Report, and this new Watchdog Report, just kind of flipping through here, I see that it's chocked full. There's a lot of information. You always pack so much information in the Watchdog Reports. So you must always just be at these meetings, paying attention to the things that are going on. But I want to talk about a little bit right here at the very front. You start out about the hand counting the paper ballots.
Yes.
Can we talk about that a little bit?
Absolutely. And thank you. It does just kind of flow. And they have the video working now at the meeting, so I don't have to drive quite so far, quite so often. So I appreciate that. And all citizens should tune in and check those out. So after the recent elections, there has been a lot of talk about the mail-in ballots, the way votes are counted, and possible fraud and techniques applied that may or may not be ethical when it comes to voting. Mm-hmm. And one of the efforts that's come forth across the country really is to eliminate voting machines and going back to hand counting. Now, unlike the large cities here in Camden County, we don't mark on a screen when we vote. We vote on a paper ballot, but then you feed your paper ballot into a machine that automatically counts your vote.
Yeah.
The concept is that anything that's a machine could be tampered with, and there's also the element of voter intent. The machine just reads what it reads. Sometimes voters mark 2 different things, and the machine's just going to read one. So there, in Worth County, Missouri, they have hand counted for some time. In the last election in Osage County, activist Linda Rance got with her county clerk and built a relationship and did what was necessary, and they did hand counting at the last election. So what that means is that the people at the polls, the election judges at the polls, do count the votes by hand together, a Republican and a Democrat, and count them together, and then certify those ballots and put them in an envelope and tally the results. Then later, at the county clerks, they consider the military, the overseas ballots, and the provisionary ballots, and then they add that into the total to get the final total. Well, what happened in Osage County is the county clerk, for whatever reason, opened some of the already certified ballots, which is a big no-no. So it's kind of good because this is a good test case, and they're in conversation with the Secretary of State, who's responsible for elections, about them doing this wrong step. And I believe the sheriff is actually doing an investigation in that county. He's a constitutional guy and interested in keeping things straight. So here in Camden County, there are people that are discussing this and see the value in it. I am not leading this effort, but I support it. And I did not write this article. Someone much smarter than I am about this issue did. But I did add a paragraph at the bottom that says, if you want to send me an email to the contact@watchdogreport.com email and put ballots in the subject line, I will forward those people's information to the folks that are looking into this and are proponents of this if they're interested, because, you know, I'm fairly certain that our county clerk is not going to be one of those that's not on board with this. It's just a change and government doesn't like change, you know. But being a reasonable person, I think if enough people come forward and get educated on this and want to look in this, I personally think it's very important.
Oh yeah.
You know, I would go with the die on the finger. I just think it's so important that everybody vote once. And
and that's it. And there's no cheating. There's no working the system.
Exactly, and no hacking the machine. Anything that's in a computer can be hacked. That's just the long and short of it. And maybe that doesn't happen in Camden County. Maybe it does. I don't know. I remember an interview with a voting judge after the 2020 election, and he said, we had 160,000 votes here in this precinct. We adjudicated 116,000. And that means out of 160,000 votes, they took 116,000 and a person decided which candidate those votes went to. Now, was the machine truly or falsely identifying these ballots as requiring adjudication? I do not know the answer to that. But if 116,000 out of 160,000 go to the choice of a person as opposed to election judges that represent both parties and are educated in how to do that, I'm all in favor of the party members
I feel like it's just more of like a checks and balance type thing instead of just...
it's ethical versus unethical in my mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
well,
weird.
Well, of course, that's a lot to cover, and that is a lot in the Watchdog Report. So make sure you pick yourself up a Watchdog Report. So let's cover quickly about some of the things that are happening right inside Camden County, because I know there's
good old Camden County.
There's a lot going on,
you know,
and you get excited to talk about it. The smile that comes on your face.
It's just, it's amusing. You know, you have to laugh. These are good people that are doing some good things and some really dumb things. Ego is a dumb thing. Okay, and I'm looking for that to wane in our county commission. So last month, you know, we talked about the oh my gosh, I just had that senior moment. We talked about the purchasing department, right? And so they had a meeting afterwards and said, well, we put out some bids, but we didn't get any responses. Well, so in the Watchdog this month, it explains how that went down. There's some quotes from the meeting from the presiding commissioner, and the bottom line is I did an experiment, and I did an internet search, and I called around, and I found 2 real estate qualified auctioneers that would be happy to be on a bidders list in Camden County. But we don't use bidders lists. We just put stuff in the newspaper and randomly think people that are in that industry are going to randomly read that newspaper and find that ad. So in the old days, when they did it from a corrupt perspective, the corrupt official who knew it was there would call and say, hey, this is in the paper, you need to, and they could get the guy that they wanted. These guys are not doing that. We understand that, but they're not running a bid system that makes for competitive
and gets
competitive bidding. Yeah, so I hope they'll change. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I was positioned earlier this year to go in and speak with purchasing and bring my expertise to that department. But after election, the commissioner that I campaigned for said, no, I can't disturb their fiefdom, which I don't even know what that means because I don't think I don't think
I was
the lady.
waiting, hoping that you would explain to me what that meant.
My volunteer efforts were rejected. Let me put it that way. And so I hope someone else in the county. I mean, this is not secret stuff, right? So I hope someone gets in there and talks with them and helps them out. Certainly doesn't have to be me. So this month, I thought I'd step into another puddle. Before the commission changed in January, there was a lot of talk and concern about the county asset inventory. We don't know how many vehicles are at the sheriff's department. We don't know how many vehicles the county owns. Whatever.
Yeah.
All through the county, there was not a good asset inventory. And that was one of the things that came up during the campaign and the need for this. So I sent a sunshine request to see a digital or paper copy of the asset inventory. Well, I pretty much understood that it's huge, should be huge, and it should be in a database, and I just, does it exist, right? So what I expected back was an email from the county auditor saying, we don't have this, but I own it, and we're working on it, and maybe give me a timeline to how it was going to unfold. You know, because I really truly am always looking for positive steps forward on these things that I'm concerned about, and I think the constituency is concerned about. To my surprise, what I got was an email from the county attorney, not the auditor, who according to statute owns the asset inventory. So it was so comical, I could not summarize it. I just copied the emails into the watchdog. You guys got to see this to believe it. And so the back and forth between the attorney and I is recorded in this month's watchdog report. And basically, $1,841.67 is what it would cost a citizen to get a copy of this incomplete, not really done inventory.
Wow. Very interesting.
And humorous. I mean, it has to be, right? So I do not know why the auditor, who is an elected office holder, didn't address this, but it went to the county attorney. I think maybe I'm being handled. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. They're like,
I don't know.
You talk to her.
But I think maybe. But I have, I'm just too stupid to have fear, so I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
You just keep going forward. It's the watchdog report where I know they're located all around the Lake of the Ozarks area. What are some of the new places, right? There's some new places that have...
There are. I'm taking some out to the Rise and Shine Cafe out in Max Creek today. I'm putting them at Clark's Tire, at Big O Tire here in Camdenton. I'm trying to hit the tire shops because I think when people are sitting waiting for their tires, it's a good time to check it out. But the very best way to get your watchdog report is to send me an email. Contact at WATCHDAWG report.com, and I'll get you on the email list. It's growing every month. I am so proud of and happy that folks are contacting me, and it's just really something, and I get really positive feedback, and that's what tells me that the voters here resonate with what I say.
They want to know what's going on the inside.
I'm one of them. I am one of the people, so our perspective is shared.
Yeah. Well, Jenny, thank you so much again for being on the show. Up next, we're going to be sitting down with the cast of Main Street Music Hall. And again, don't forget, get yourself a watchdog report.
The wait is officially over. Introducing the Beneteau Cruiser line at Serdike Yamaha, just in time for the summer. The Beneteau Cruiser, where luxury meets innovation at the Lake of the Ozarks. The nicest boat on the lake this summer is the Beneteau Cruiser, only at Serdike Yamaha.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. we spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
The Ozarks Amphitheater, the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, has some fantastic shows lined up. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook for all their great giveaways. They have so much stuff going on there. Friday, July 21st, mark your calendars, Dierks Bentley, the Gravel and Gold Tour with Tracy Lawrence and Caitlin Smith. Also coming up Saturday, August 5th, awesome rock show, lots of artists in this moment, Motionless in White, Fit for a King, and From Ashes to New. You can get your tickets online now, ozarksamp.com.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. I'm DJ Kyle, your host, and we are sitting here with Dominic and Grant from Main Street Music Hall. Nice to have you guys here on the show.
Nice to be here. Great to be here.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, and also what does actor-musician mean?
That's a great question. Well, my name is Grant Alexander Brown. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, although I was born right here in Columbia, Missouri.
Nice.
Yep, I lived here till about 2nd grade, so since '02 I've not had any relation, but it's always nice to be able to come back to Missouri and do some theater. But I'm an actor-musician, as is...
Hey, I'm Dominic Alessia. I was born and raised in Chicago, Illinois, where I work as a theater artist, composer, actor, lyricist, and a fellow actor-musician. And to us, basically what that means is that exactly what it sounds like. People who, musicians who also act in a show like Route 66, which is pretty much like a song cycle. You take over.
Yeah, a song cycle is where we mostly just play music. There's no real book or dialogue. There's like some jabs and some onstage banter and whatnot that happens, like a real band. But it's just from one song to the next, songs from the 50s to the 70s, songs about cruising and truck driving, you know, the old trucker songs of the
songs
70s.
About cars, lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, what makes this particular version cool is that we're actor musicians, so not only do we emote and play the text, but we're also the onstage band.
That is really cool.
Which is a whole new, I guess, avenue of theater that's been popping up a lot recently.
I love that. So this all happens at Main Street Music Hall in Osage Beach. We have the Route 66 that's, and here's the other cool thing. There's cast members that are coming from all over. Like, tell us a little bit about the cast members and like how many numbers, like how many casts are we talking about?
Well, there's 9 of us.
There sure is,
I believe. Yep. There's 9 of us on stage.
Yep. We have a couple folks from Chicago. We have a couple folks from New York. We have a couple folks from
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida. And also, we have a local musician in the band as well. Dan, what's his...
Schisler.
Schisler,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, Dan.
I wanted to add a Schislinger in there. I said, that's not right. So Dan.
Yeah, we have Dan who's been playing with the Main Street Music Hall for like years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely
it's been really
amazing.
great to have somebody that's so familiar with the community and with the people that work in and out of Main Street Music Hall to be right there in the middle, like right there, center stage.
Oh,
with
yeah,
us,
absolutely.
on this brand new show.
It also helps having someone who knows where all the light switches are.
That does. Usually
hey,
there's a
Dan,
question, just Dan.
how do I turn this light switch on in here?
Yep.
So this is a new production that's brought back to the Main Street Music Hall. I love because it's been such a part of the community at Lake of the Ozarks for so many years, and so it's great to see that there's still some action and there's some life and blood that's going through that place. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about kind of the start of the beginning of your involvement with the Main Street Music Hall?
Well, Dominic and I actually worked together with Capital City Productions over in Jeff City.
Yeah.
And we did a production of all Chicago-based actor-musicians, including Patrick Martin and Taylor Craft, who are kind of the forerunners of the new Main Street Music Hall right now and are also in the show. We did a production of $1 Million Quartet in 2018.
Yeah, back in 2019.
2018. And Nate Gray, the producer of Capital City Productions, had this wacky idea to expand and get another property. He saw the Main Street Music Hall was kind of looking for somebody a new captain for that ship. And he called Patrick and Taylor and he said, I have this wacky idea, what do you think? And they said, let's ask some of our friends what they think. So they called up me and Dom. They said, Nate just came up with this crazy idea. It's never going to work. Are you in?
You're like,
yeah,
we're in.
That's amazing. To be a part of something, building something new was such a draw for me personally. And basically they said, do you want to come hang out with your buddies and jam all summer on the lake?
Exactly.
Which is what we
Twist
do in the
my
show.
arm a little bit.
I know, exactly. And they pay us for it.
Yeah.
Suckers.
So Route 66, music, acting, laughing, fun. Where could people get the tickets for the Route 66 event?
Well, if you're in Osage Beach and you are in that shopping center, just come on down to the window. There's somebody there waiting to take your money. And you can also go to mainstreetmusichall.org. I hope that worked out the way that I had planned it.
But feel free to go online. You can look for the phone number online and give us a call. Or otherwise, like Grant said, you can just come on up to the theater and buy a ticket yourself.
And then you also have Patsy Cline that's opening, when is this, September 1st?
Yes, Always Patsy Cline, which is another jukebox musical about a one-woman story about the night that she met, fed, and partied with Patsy Cline.
Wow.
On her couch.
Now that's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
true story.
Really?
True story, yep.
Huh, and tickets are on sale pretty soon for that, right?
They should be, yes. We're on stage singing and dancing. We don't know about that.
We just
be sure and
bring
check
the
out,
entertainment, right?
Yep.
Man,
but be sure and check out the website then, and keep an eye out for that. Great show.
Again, it's
also for more information, go ahead and follow Main Street Music Hall on Instagram, Facebook, all of those socials, and you can get regular updates on shows and showtimes and when tickets are available and all that.
Oh, I look forward to hearing the excitement of the show, the excitement of Route 66, and I'm sure a lot of people checking out, because we have a lot of car shows here at Lake of the Ozarks, so a lot of folks probably driving up their cars to the old Route 66 show and being able to just kind of relive those memories and those moments.
At the opening premiere night for local business owners and some media folk, we had a GTO parked outside.
Nice.
And it was gorgeous. And that's one of the songs in the show, so it was kind of surreal to go, oh, I get why we're singing about that.
Exactly, that's great. Well, mainstreetmusichall.org, get your tickets now. Route 66 is going on and going to be a fantastic time. Thank you guys so much again for coming in and being on the show. We definitely appreciate it and look forward to hearing all the great things that Main Street Music Hall is doing.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
We have more with Happy Hour coming up after this.
The wait is officially over. Introducing the Beneteau Cruiser line at Serdike Yamaha, just in time for the summer. The Beneteau Cruiser, where luxury meets innovation at the Lake of the Ozarks. The nicest boat on the lake this summer is the Beneteau Cruiser, only at Surdike Yamaha.
The Ozarks Amphitheater, the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, has some fantastic shows lined up. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook for all their great giveaways. They have so much stuff going on there. Friday, July 21st, mark your calendars, Dierks Bentley, the Gravel and Gold Tour with Tracy Lawrence and Caitlin Smith. Also coming up Saturday, August 5th, awesome rock show, lots of artists in this moment, Motionless in White, Fit for a King, and From Ashes to New. You can get your tickets online now, ozarksamp.com.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it. Welcome to another Furry Friends presented by our veterinary. I'm Megan Albers, this is Mary Meow Tilly, and this is Skippy, who is the best dog ever. I mean, look at him.
He's got all his
amazing.
weight on my arm right now.
He's
all
a trooper.
65 pounds of him. Yes, yes, he is
More to
so
love.
sweet. He is so sweet.
He is a super sweet dog. He's like so affectionate, so loving. So tell me about Skippy.
Do we want to dance? Is that what we're doing? So Skippy is estimated to be about 7 years old.
Okay.
Lab mix is what we have him down as. And he was actually picked up by Camden County Animal Control.
Okay.
They picked up 2 dogs. I don't know if they were at the same location or not. There was a male and a female. They had asked us at that time if we could take them in, and we were overpacked. We're still packed, but we were overpacked at that time, didn't have any space. The female's owner was located. So Camden County Animal Control does not have a facility for the dogs.
Okay.
When they do take a dog in, when they pick it up, they have to find a place for it to go.
Okay.
And usually it's going to be us or Dogwood, and we were both full at the time. So he was so sweet, they actually left him in the sheriff's department in the animal control officer's office. And was going in on their daily routine and feeding him and taking care of him and everything. Unfortunately, one thing that happens with animal controls and pounds and things like that is, after a certain length of time, once the stray hold is up, if they don't find placement for them, owners don't turn up, they do get put to sleep.
Yeah.
So they were in love with this dog, so sweet, so loving. He's a little older guy, very calm. They were desperate to find a place for him. And fortunately, at the last minute, we had a couple of adoptions and opened up a space and were able to take him in.
Good.
We have not been able to have him out with dogs ourselves here yet. Just staffing issues and the holidays and all that, kind of putting a crimp into things. Got to have multiple people out in the yard when we do initial dog-to-dog meets.
Yeah.
But what I can say is the animal control actually took him to get him fixed. I think they had somebody who paid for it.
Okay.
Took him to get him fixed, up to date on all of his shots and everything, and they did that at the clinic at Dogwood.
Okay.
And they said that when they went to go pick him up, they were walking down the hall with the dog kennels and everything, and said he stopped at every single dog kennel and sniffed and wagged his tail and wanted to play.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
we think that he would probably do good with a buddy. As
Yeah.
always, you know, we encourage the meet and greets with the adopter's animal. In order to do that, you have to do an application, and once you're approved and we verify that your animals are up to date on shots, then we can make an appointment for you to bring them in and to meet Skippy or anybody else here that you would qualify for.
Yeah.
So he's a good boy. He's a lover.
So
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
The only real issues we've found with him so far is he does have some skin issues that we're working on. He's getting the medicated baths and the spray and all that, you know, trying to get those areas cleared up. But that's a pretty minor thing compared to some of the things that we've dealt with.
For
you know,
sure.
so.
Yeah. A few medicated baths are pretty small in comparison.
Yeah. We see a lot of that around here. So it's no big deal. You know, we always have it checked out to make sure that it's not mange or something contagious.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's usually, a lot of times it's either a food issue or some kind of a skin allergy thing. You know, and it can be worked through.
Yeah.
So sometimes they come in. He already looks a lot better than when he came in.
Good.
You know, has some balding patches and everything. So looked a little rough.
Yeah.
But he's looking better, getting his way through it.
Yeah, good. So he is seriously the sweetest dog. I'll be surprised if he's here for much longer, to be honest, because he's just so sweet. Super affectionate. I mean, he's gentle. He does like to, you know, jump up and be your buddy and be up close, but he's gentle about it.
Yeah. He's not gonna knock you down, or anything. I mean, basically, like I said, he's about 65 pounds. As far as what we see here with adopters, it's probably going to be his age that's going to hold a lot of people back.
Yeah.
We've got we've got Nellie Mae that we featured a few weeks ago, who's about the same age, about 7 years old, still here. And you know, a lot of people don't want the older dogs because they know that they're looking at, you know, medical bills and things a lot sooner than they would be with a puppy or a kitten.
Yeah.
Or maybe, you know, they've just lost a dog and they want a younger one because they don't want to go through that again so soon.
Yeah.
But with these guys, with him and with Nellie, you know, they're both so loving and everything. You know, somebody's going to have a good companion for however long they do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's probably got a good long life ahead of him still.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's great and he deserves a good home. So if you'd like to adopt him, you can fill out an application at ozarkscatandcanine.com. And of course, you can swing by the shelter and meet him and love him up. He'll love it. And I guarantee you will too. Thanks again for hanging out with me and introducing us to another furry friend. That does it for another Furry Friends, presented by our veterinary on Lake TV. Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
The wait is officially over. Introducing the Beneteau Cruiser line at Surdike Yamaha, just in time for the summer. The Beneteau Cruiser, where luxury meets innovation at the Lake of the Ozarks. The nicest boat on the lake this summer is the Beneteau Cruiser, only at Surdike Yamaha.
Howdy ho, along with the newly married Wild William Holtz. I'm Uncle Chris. Man, we got a lot for you on Cup of Coffee this week. The latest on the Oasis at Lakeport.
And some local opposition. You won't believe it. You got to see it. Plus, the Idiots Club going to hit $1 million in a very special local donation.
Wow, and a very special hometown hero, too. A guy that helps a lot of nonprofits in the community.
That and more on this week's Cup of Coffee.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Happy Hour. Want to say thanks to our sponsors, our veterinary, Sir Dyke Yamaha Year-Round Fun, and the Ozarks Amphitheater, our exclusive attraction of Happy Hour. We couldn't do Happy Hour without our fantastic sponsors. So thank you again for your support, and thank you for watching Happy Hour. And I want to say thanks to all of our guests that we had on the show today, Bill Mulder, Kevin Hilly, and our Talk of Town, Jenny Wall, our good friends there at the Main Street Music Hall. It was great chatting with them about the new things that are happening there at Main Street Music Hall. And of course, Megan every week with our furry friends. Hopefully those dogs will get adopted out and sent to a fantastic family. So go check out their website and adopt Skippy. Again, thank you so much for joining us on Happy Hour. And if you want to see DJ Kyle out and about on the town, well, I'm going to be out every Sunday during the summer. I'm going to be at the Glory Hole Sunday nights for our industry nights. That starts at 9 o'clock. Also, Tuesday, we have a bags tournament at Larry's on the Lake. Wednesday, I'll be doing karaoke at Frankie and Louie's in the evening. And Thursday, I'm at the Fishing Company with some karaoke. So come on out, say hey. I would absolutely love to meet each and every one of you. So until next time, we'll see you later on another edition of Happy Hour right here on Lake TV.